mean, I feel like VTubing is just obviously the trends now, but I feel like if anything, if you want to start off streaming or something, or just you're a new content creator, then just by being a VTuber, you're more likely to get noticed than just by like being a normal on-camera streamer.
Sure.
Unfortunately, I don't know why that is. It just
like
is
anime,
now.
bro. That's just how it is, isn't it?
People just want to see anime girls and boys. Apparently,
Yeah.
they just hate the real people.
Is there a big male VTuber? I don't think we've seen any big one though.
Actually, the biggest VTuber in Nijisanji is a guy.
Is it really?
Yeah. It's this guy called Kuzuha, who I think has like almost 900k subs.
Oh shit, really?
Yeah, he's really, and he was really interesting as well because he was actually scouted by Nijisanji because he was originally an individual VTuber who gained so much of a massive and dedicated fan base that he got picked up by Nijisanji, and now he's the biggest Nijisanji streamer, and he's essentially the biggest male streamer.
I wonder why I'm never getting recommended clips of him.
Because he's very Japanese.
I get recommended Japanese clips all the time. I'm like, I don't watch this. But I was like, stop shoving them down my throat.
I mean, he's really fun. Like, I watched a couple of his streams, and he's super fun to watch. Yeah. But it's just really interesting how he managed to stand on top of a very female-oriented.
Yeah, because
that is interesting.
I don't think in English, I don't think there's a big male VTuber.
Which is weird to think because most of the big streamers are male. I mean, male streaming is like right now at least a male-dominated market because you got like Valkyrie and Pokimane up there in the top 10, but everyone else I think is male, right?
It's
well, like with VTubers, pretty much I think 90% of the big VTubers are female right now at least.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, like,
I wonder why do you think that is? Like, just throwing ideas out there, like
waifus.
Yeah, I think literally waifus. Yeah, people want to watch cute girls than cute boys, right? That's just how it is.
You think so? I don't know. I feel like it's too easy to say that. That's like, I don't know. There's got to be a reason. Maybe I've watched, because sometimes I'll just click the VTuber tag on Twitch and I'll browse through. And, and I haven't really seen many guys in there that I'm like, oh, yeah, it's not like super naturally entertaining. I don't know. It's tough.
Because what makes, I don't, this might be getting into a different topic, but what does make a popular streamer? Because
maybe that's tough.
Because what is the audience for male streamers? Is it still mostly males, or
I don't know. I feel I don't know if Twitch tells me.
It depends on the content, right? Like,
I feel like I have a pretty healthy balance. I think.
Yeah, right.
Both, I don't know.
Can you even look that up on Twitch?
Fuck if I know. You probably can.
I know you can on YouTube, but like,
you can. So
okay.
I mean, maybe I'll check later and I'll put it on screen.
It is weird now that I think about it. While there are so few bigger male VTubers compared to the females,
I don't want to say like the meme, but is it maybe the fact that if you're you would just be a normal male streamer if you were good at it? Is there benefits to being a VTuber as a male over just showing your face if you can?
It's really strange because like I feel actually like internationally this idea of like VTubers has very much been created and established through HoloLive.
Yeah.
Where like, but like at the end of the day, you have to realize that HoloLive is actually the weirder one because they're more of like an idol agency.
Yeah.
Whereas like Nijisanji VTubers and like Vshoujo or like even like the individual VTubers, right? They're not idols. They're just streamers.
I wonder if it's the case of like people like, this is going to sound bad, but I think this is true.
Yeah.
I think guys want to watch a guy who they think is their bro.
Yeah.
They think it's their mate. They feel like they can joke with, it's their humor. And I think that guys want to watch girls. They're the ideal of their girl that they want to watch.
Yeah.
I think almost,
no,
right?
I agree with that.
And I think that works perfectly with VTubing because you can give the character you want to play it, but you can also put a nice healthy injection of personality.
Yeah.
And I wonder if that doesn't quite work with guys. But then again, I guess that's the question of if you're a male VTuber, what's your target demo? Are you trying to be the sexy VTuber? Because I've seen those guys who are trying to be the sexy VTuber and I cringe internally and a lot.
Because
they do that voice like, yeah, okay, I'm a male VTuber. I was saying like that.
Yeah, because I feel like with a lot of male VTubers I've seen. No, I think that's a legit point because I think like with a lot of male VTubers I've seen, it's kind of like they trying to take the HoloLive kind of model
formula,
and flip it and gender flip it, right?
So I don't think it works at all.
Yeah, and I think at the end of the day, a lot of the male streamers that are big have like an equal amount of male to female viewers, if not maybe more so male.
Which is really interesting, right? Because again, when I was looking up on Kuzuha, the top streamer for Nijisanji, his audience is 95% like female.
That makes sense.
But it's
also
really
in
weird.
Japan, that is normally like they're very much more willing to buy into that.
Right,
Yeah,
but what's
yeah.
really weird is that his personality does not match that demographic.
Yeah.
His personality is a lot more like gruff and just like straight to the point. He's really like foul-mouthed.
Yeah.
That's
And
popular in Japan, though. I
It
know
is
that
popular in
as well.
Japan, but like you would think that the standard formula to get a female audience, right, is like, as you said, like the very like type of guys, right?
But then I don't think that is. I think when
Right.
you try to be sexy, you're not sexy.
Right.
Yeah.
And also, you know,
Especially when you're in an avatar.
that's what for me, you know,
Yeah.
maybe because I'm older, right? When I see a guy who's using an anime avatar and he's doing this like edging voice, where he's like,
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, like literally just imagine a guy in his room in front of like a Dell monitor going, oh yeah,
in front, in front
Like-
of his blue Yeti.
yeah. It's like to me, it's like you know, I don't want that, you know. But
Yeah.
you know, I'm not shitting on anyone, you know. I'm not saying they're all out there, but I have seen some that have done it, and I'm just
Yeah.
like, oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah. No,
You know,
I get
and
what you mean. Yeah.
I think there just hasn't. It's hard because I think if you're the type of personality that it would need to kill it as a male VTuber is also the kind of person who wouldn't give a fuck about showing their face.
Yeah, I
Right.
feel
think-
like
I
if,
think so.
I feel like if anything, unlike being a female VTuber,
Yeah.
being a male VTuber actually makes it harder for you to get noticed.
Yeah,
I
think.
definitely, yeah.
Yeah, which I've never really
It's-
thought about that until now.
it's hard because I'm sure there's going to be tons of male VTubers
Yeah,
out there who are like, you are totally wrong. But it's like, well, I think we come from a perspective of just general entertainment and YouTube and live streaming. And we have these kind of, I feel like we've been doing this for a very long time.
Yeah.
And we know what kind of personalities work in certain areas. So I'm not thinking about it. I feel like when you're in the community, you're almost too regurgitative of ideas around you. You know, you kind of you copy everything around you because that's what people do, right? You don't try and stand out. But
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. It's tough.
It's fascinating.
Because I love, it's so interesting. Because that's the thing is that I feel like no one's really figured it out yet, in English at least. I'm sure someone's going to comment and be like, no, but what about this guy? I'm like, if they'd have
We
done
don't
it,
know every
if they'd have
VTuber.
done it, if they're killing it really, they'll probably be high up, you know?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
if they're not right now, they will be soon. I'll eat my words.
The
You know
fact
what I
that
mean?
we can't immediately say a name is, I think, telling.
It's like super big, you know?
Yeah,
like I'm
because
talking
like I obviously do know male VTubers out there.
same, yeah.
but
and-
none of them are pulling in like the numbers.
Yeah,
close
none
to-
of them are pulling in the numbers that female VTubers are, or anywhere close from what I've
No,
seen.
no.
I mean, all the big agencies, all the big groups, the main focus is the female VTubers, and like the male VTubers, there are like, for example, Hollow Stars, but that always seems like tacked on.
And
You know
also,
what I mean?
Hollow Stars doesn't really pull in that much compared to the girls.
It really
Yeah,
doesn't.
yeah,
It
it really
really
doesn't,
doesn't.
unfortunately, for whatever reason.
I
But,
feel it's because, again, like that's on HoloLive for not promoting HoloStars as much as HoloLive, right?
But I also just think that like they don't know, like it's so difficult. I think it is genuinely very difficult to get the right personality.
It's also difficult to like really nail down like a target demographic, especially if you're a guy, like because you do have so many avenues, unlike a lot of female VTubers where it's like your target demographic is very obvious.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I also want to say that we're not trying to sit here and argue that it's easy to be a female VTuber. I think it's just like, I don't think the right personality is like
Yeah.
kind of figured it out yet. I think it's the same, but it's, you know, it's
yeah,
just.
I think the important thing is that you can't just take what works for a female VTuber, put it in a male avatar,
100%.
and expect it to produce the same results. I think it is a very different field, and there is a discussion there about why, you know, it's the same with female streamers as well. There's a reason I think that, you know, a lot of the top streamers right now are males, you know, and that's just the way things are right now. And I think it's kind of the reverse for VTubers, if anything.
Yeah.
Never really thought about it until now.
fascinating.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. This is what the stuff that I wake up at middle of the night thinking about. You know? Like
Cold sweat.
But this is why. Like, this is why. Again, like I don't really watch. I'm not like an avid watcher of anyone. I just kind of like watch channels here and there. I'll go on Twitch and I've watched a lot of the small VTubers on Twitch. I'll just flick between them at night. Watch 5 minutes. All right, I've seen enough. Watch 5 minutes. All right, I've seen enough. Just because I like seeing what everyone's doing. You know, I'm just trying to find something out there that's really interesting.
Yeah.
And again, I think because the scene is so young right now, like it's got all of these really interesting problems that like haven't been figured out yet. Whereas
Yeah.
YouTube and Twitch have been gamified to death.
Yeah.
Like we can probably tell you who's going to be good and who isn't, and who's going to be able to figure stuff out. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's just, again, it's super interesting, and I find it so fascinating. And I love, because I'm obsessed with YouTube, I'm obsessed with Twitch. I love everything about content creation, and the fact that I get to experience something brand new kind of pop up and get to like watch it unfold is like the most fun I've had in forever. Because
Yeah.
I just like YouTube, man.
That's why I've just been really
Yeah.
enjoying like kind of watching around all these like
It's
different kinds of
fun, man.
VTubers because it's just for the longest time I always just thought VTubing equals Hololive when now I know that's completely not the case. There are so many variants out there that are just completely different to what Hololive is doing.
Yeah, when I find a guy who I think is small and is about to blow up and kill it, VTuber, I'll write it down. I'll let you know. I told you so.
Promote it.
But right now, I don't think there's anyone who's kind of got the right formula that's going to take off.
Yeah,
Yeah, everyone's still trying to figure out their own thing.
I think so. I think
I-
everyone's kind of scrambling to see what's going to work.
I mean, I feel like the male VTubing scene, they were waiting for that first big creator that everyone's going to follow because it only
The
takes
ninja.
one, right?
The ninja,
ninja.
male VTubers. I've not seen enough movement.
Yeah, because like Hololive figured out the perfect formula for female VTubers, and everyone
Yeah, now that they're like, write that down, do it again in more languages.
Yeah.
and then it worked, and now VTubing's fucking massive for females. And then I feel like it's gonna take that first massive male creator on the same level as Hololive or like other big female creators. That's gonna be like, okay, this is what works. Everyone copy this guy.
That's literally, I mean, that's how it always is, right? It's
That's
like,
how it always
this
is,
is what works, copy it. But then that's why I feel like it's not really going anywhere right now, just because everyone's just copying everyone who isn't seeing massive success.
Yeah.
So it's interesting.
It's that meme of like the artists are giving $50 for the same artist, just going around in circles.
I mean, that's what YouTube and Twitch is. Like, it's just everyone's iterating on each other and copying, and that's how it is. And it's always
so there's
how it's
one
been.
person who's like, how about I don't
someone,
do that?
Someone always has that one idea that just changes the system.
Yeah. But then eventually that original person will just set a trend, and then that trend will become the norm.
And then you build on that trend, and you keep building on that
it's
trend.
And
just
then
like
the new system is created.